Maligayang bagong taon po sa inyong lahat. Just call me Mel for short. I'm short anyway. Thank you very much for that very kind introduction. Dr. Marites Rio has not just been my mentor way back in high school, but I call her normally my life coach. Name it, from mentally, psychologically, spiritually, she has really had been God's instrument with the kind of progress, whatever you may call that, to where I am right now. And of course, yung introduction na yun, nakakakapal ng buhok, nakakatangkad, nakakatangos ng ilong. I hope you're enjoying the rest of the day with this kind of celebration that we have. It's a Thanksgiving in itself. So in moments like this, I'm always afraid that the length of time to introduce me would be longer than the rate of speech that I would be having in the process. So I'll make it short and simple. To Ma'am Crisisanta Ballestero, who has been assisting the outgoing President Jose Evangelista, with the help of Ma'am Emelinda Velasco Medrano, representative of school, particularly the principal, Counselor Carlo Llagas, Treasurer Liza Malaza, Secretary, Rosel Amonello, Auditor, and Messias Ocampo, PRO. And to the new set of officers who will all serve for 3 years, good luck in your oath-taking today. Sa lahat ng tumulong sa alumni event na ito, all batch graduates, particularly my batch 87, hello po. My warmest greetings to all of you, and I bring you this message straight from Dubai. I always believe that great joys come from simple work. I admire your endurance in your way to accept the challenge of bringing the best in yourselves and others by accepting your roles in this alumni association and in attending in today's event. Mabuhay po kayo. The value of sharing and service you are extending to our community is definitely something that money cannot buy. By this, let us give each one a big round of applause. You deserve such applause. Throughout history, great thinkers have identified certain human traits called virtues as intrinsically valuable. These virtues suggest ways that can be integrated in our daily lives, guide our decision-making, and improve our well-being. So these are just some of the tips that I can give or share in today's event. I would want to share the benefit of finding your grace. GRACE as an acronym. That's G for gratitude, R for respect, A for attitude, C for compassion, and E for excellence. These 5 virtues for me are essentially towards the formation of a life most of us wants to have. Gratitude, the first of the 5 virtues, is the virtue of rejoicing whatever we have. Very common among us Filipinos. So probably part of the success I'm enjoying right now, which I would want to share with the rest of you, it may not entirely be just for you who are attending in today's session, but for you to also encourage your kids, your family members, your relatives, and your friends. You may share something valuable based from this sharing of experience that I have today. So as I've said, it's very common among Filipinos. Gratitude, like love, is not a feeling but an act of the will. So we choose to be thankful just as we choose to love. Di po ba? So gratitude has been described as the secret of a happy life. So be thankful. Sabi nga ni Catriona Gray, be grateful. Gratitude is an effective antidote to many destructive emotions. Exposed po tayo ngayon sa napakadaming problema. Social network has been bringing us good and bad news. So you can't be hateful when you're grateful. Mahirap man ang buhay, may oras po tayong ngumiti, magpasaya ng iba. Like attending a session like this event. At magpasalamat sa Diyos anuman po ang dumating. Counting our blessing is a form of being grateful. And ma-share ko lang po kahit po nung mga panahon na mismong graduation period ko po at ng aking kapatid ay walang kuryente sa bahay. So it's not something to rejoice. But at the end of the day, pag na-synthesize mo the range of experience that you have, it's still something to be thankful because in that case, nakagraduate pa rin ako. May mga challenges along the way. It was not really so perfect, but it prompted you to do something and to make a way out of what you have encountered. Nasunugan din po kami ng bahay. Just like some of you who happen to be in Rizal, yung ancestral home po namin, a year after my graduation, nasunog po yan. So, out of those ranges of experiences, kung nagtanim lang po tayo ng sama ng loob, ano po makukuha natin? We will just be sick, we will just be a burden for others and for ourselves. So for me, it's something to be thankful that would bring out the best in you to strive harder and to even recall that there is a God out there whom you can depend on in moments of turmoil or turbulence. Okay, so it's something to reflect on. So always be thankful because when you do, it's a way of reflecting that there is hope at the end of and light at the end of the tunnel. Second, letter in the word grace, R for respect. Second of the 5 virtues that I have chosen is very, very important in our daily life. As children, we are taught to respect our parents, our teachers. So hi po sa mga naging guro ko diyan. Nakakamiss no mga panahon way back. Parang kailan lang kami ay gumagawa ng, tumutulong sa kantin upang gumawa ng Nutriban, no po. So it's something that not just a gratitude in itself, but connecting it to the respect side of doing things. It's something that we have to recognize. You need to follow the norms of the environment, the elders, the school rules, the traffic rules, family and cultural traditions, and other people's feelings and rights. Napakahalaga po yan, lalo na po ang ilan po siguro sa mga anak ninyo ay nasa Dubai din or nasa ibang bansa din. So respect for diversity is also very important. It's essential to where we are now. So most importantly, I would want to share with you po ng mga kababayan, kapwa Barasenyo, we have to learn our lives that go and depend every bit of it as much as on whether we respect others. Okay, so yan po yung isa sa napakahalagang virtues. The third one is A in the word grace. G-R-A-A for attitude. So most likely, particularly, it's more of the positive attitude. It has strong connection to our sound character. If you have negative attitude in life, you're a burden to yourself and to others. If you have a positive attitude, you're an asset to yourself and to others. Characters, strengths of hope, enthusiasm, flexibility, and a sense of humor. Ayan po, nagagawa pa natin ngumiti, tumawa in the midst of diversity. These are all parts and parcel of positive attitude. Laban lang po, di ba? Mahalaga po yan. Kung wala po tayong positive attitude, malamang wala rin po kayo ngayon, di ba? Dito mismo dyan mismo sa BES grounds. Okay? And part of that positivity, I believe, during that time, I always say this to my classes, even in my MBA classes, that there are things you cannot control, but you can impact. So, hindi man po ako nakarating dyan ngayon. I tried my best last 30th. I was able to extend my stay in the Philippines. Supposed to be po hanggang 29 lang. But since si Ma'am Crisisanta po ay talagang very persevering to have me there, I tried. But of course, we cannot control the weather, but we can impact. Having said that, we're having this kind of conversation right now that to be proactive is to have that positive attitude as well. So may mga bagay po that must not define our status, no? Our circumstance must not be a hindrance towards something bigger, and our positive attitude would define that. It will make we always have to make a way to make things happen. So I'm always reminded by Mahatma Gandhi's question, what is knowledge without character? Napakahalaga po niyan. Or what is knowledge without attitude? Martha Washington once said, "I have learned from the experience that the greater part of our happiness or misery depends on how our dispositions and not on our circumstances." Kung ang disposition po natin laging positibo, nothing is impossible. Of course, with the belief of God. Okay? So, nung po mga panahon na kami po bilang isang pamilya, malamang ang ilan po sa inyo ay nakabili ng sago at gulaman ay binibenta namin noon. Part of somehow augmenting our needs and part of my belief that I can make a difference in the world, na nung sinabi sa amin, sa akin particularly, na mahirap ang buhay at hindi yan madali na makakatapos kami, I found myself searching for scholarships since high school sa governor's office. I used to be a star scholar since high school. College, here comes URS. Very instrumental po ang karamihan sa inyo. Nakapasok po ako dyan. That's why I have my own scholarship there to give back to the university that had given me that kind of education. Who would know po na ang isang kagaya ko po na since high school ay naghahanap na ng scholarship, ay magkakaroon ng 2 PhD in the process at magkakaroon ng sariling scholarship that would also help out other people to educate themselves. Hindi po ba't napakagandang sitwasyon po yan? We call it in psychology as compensation, converting your opportunity areas or your weakness to something that is unimaginably good. So, iyan po isa sa mga pointers na gusto kong sabihin. Fourth, compassion. In the GRACE acronym, C stands for compassion. It is our capacity to do acts of kindness. Very, very important in today's world. We have to think and having that kind of results in a spontaneous readiness to act for the benefit of others, very essential, very fundamental. All I can say is that we need to serve others in any form or in any advocacy. So yung ginagawa po ng karamihan sa inyo ngayon na tumutulong sa ating pong Alumni Association, it's a very good advocacy. In my case, other than doing advocacies in the Philippines, this scholarship program that I have right now in the almost 10 towns of Rizal province, very important to look into what I currently do. So in the consulate right now, I have been counseling together with some group of professional psychologists. We're giving free services to our kababayans, particularly those who escaped their employers. We call them distress OFWs. Magugulat po kayo sa circumstance nila. Kalunos-lunos ang kondisyon ng ilan sa kanila, na yung iba tumakas dahil pinlansya ang dibdib ng ilan sa kanila, na rape, physically molested. Yan po ay nangangailangan ng tulong na psychological. So it's serving others is extending yourself to others. Very important, which is part of compassion. It doesn't need to always be financial in scope. It could be our time, it could be our expertise. So serve. See situations in a silver lining, sabi nga ng ating Miss Universe, di ba? And to assess whether you could give something, where you can provide something. And in this case, seriously speaking, compassion defines our innermost inertia, our persona, our deep-seated character. So don't stop helping others. Even if it is really tiring at times in our case, and even sometimes if some others are taking advantage of our kindness, don't limit yourself. Still extend yourself to other people in any way. So lastly, excellence, E in the GRACE acronym, can be viewed in many ways. It can be our being street smart, being intelligent, or simply it can be considered as our wisdom found in good judgment. It enables us to have very good reasoning capacity, our reasoned decisions that are both for us and that could be good for others. Wisdom tells us how to put the other virtues into practice, when to act, how to act, and how to balance different virtues as they conflict. Wisdom enables us to discern correctly, to see what is truly important in life, and to set priorities. So be intelligent but do not lose your heart. Okay, this is another very important section of the virtues that I have selected for today's online interaction. So this is at the end of all of these, I would say finding your grace, GRACE, gratitude, respect, attitude, compassion, and excellence, means reaching self-fulfillment, which is quite difficult to achieve but possible, and attaining a form of expression of love for humanity. Ayan po ay para sa kababayan, para sa lipunan, para sa Pilipinas in general, bukod po sa ating sarili at sa ating pamilya. So lastly, I would want to say dare to be different. Do not be conformist as it will trap your creativity and judgment to stand above the rest. Be a great person that you can be, not be a great person among the rest because you will tend to compete. I hope this short encounter will truly or will somehow contribute to your future success. I'm very happy to be considered for this year's resource speaker. Again, find your grace. Be thankful. Be respectful. Have positive attitude. Be kind and be street smart. Again, my name is Romel. Happy New Year po ulit at mabuhay po kayong lahat.